Okay, so you're in Calc 1, and now you're on to these. Okay, so what you could do is just screenshot this right now and use it for every single homework assignment and all your tasks and just remember it. You could do that, and that would not be wrong. However, what I recommend you do is you only remember these two, the derivative of sine x and cosine x, you only remember those two. You burn these into your eyes, you burn them into your heart, and then the rest you find naturally. Okay. So let's do this one. Okay, like there really is no work to show for this, but there is work to show for these. Let's start with tangent. Okay, I'll do it up right here. So Ddx of tangent x, let's just say that that is the same thing as Dx of sine x divided by cosine x. Okay, now what can you use? You can use the quotient rule. So I was talking about the quotient rule, but I didn't show you guys the quotient rule. Or maybe you didn't watch the video about the quotient rule. Here's the quotient rule. It means the derivative of a function divided by another function. You use this formula. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to use that formula. So it's going to be cosine x. Okay, and then I'm going to write everything that doesn't get derivatives. Everything that is not being taken as a derivative in black. And I'm going to write everything that is going to be turned into a derivative in blue. Why is my screen updating? I'm hoping my screen is going to show you guys what I'm writing, because so far it's kind of failing to do so. But let me just explain this. So everything in the black is just regular. You did not take a derivative of anything in the black. Whatever is in blue is you're going to be taking derivative, as it says, ddx. Let's take the derivative. Okay, so let's just talk before we write. It's going to be cosine x minus sine x. This will be negative sine x. So there's going to be negative, negative, which is going to be a positive. So we're going to have cosine squared plus sine squared, all divided by cosine squared. Okay. Okay. So like I said, it'll be cosine x minus sine x negative sine x. Great. Got to move myself. And all divided by cosine x squared. Okay. So what does this look like? This looks like our famous identity, cosine squared x plus sine squared x. And it's all divided by cosine squared x. Right? Okay, so what does that mean? It means this is equal to, and I'm going to write it over here now. So dx tangent x is equal to 1 over cosine squared x. And another way to say cosine squared x, all divided by 1, is secant squared x. Okay, there you go. That's your answer. Right? Just got to follow the steps. Okay. Now I'm going to do this one now. And I'm going to start in green. And I'm actually just going to stay in green. That way you don't get confused. Okay. ddx of secant x. That's the same thing as taking the derivative of 1 over cosine x. And then you could use the chain rule. Like you could write it as, actually, never mind, don't use the chain rule. Because you wouldn't really know how to do it. Like, let's just use the quotient rule again. You'd have, actually, let's do the chain rule here. We could write it as 1 cosine x to the negative 1. And take the ddx of this. So this is going to be equal to negative 1 cosine x, negative 2, negative sine x. Okay, so what does that become? That just becomes sine x over cosine squared x, right? Because this is negative 2. Okay. Which is equal to, okay, there's going to be a sine x here, there'll be a cosine x here, and then look, since it's cosine squared x, it's also 1 over cosine x. And we know that that is going to be tan x times secant x. Okay, there you go. And the reason why I was contemplating on using the chain rule is because sometimes people aren't familiar how to use the chain rule. And if you aren't familiar with how to use the chain rule for fractions, just use the quotient rule. But a lot of times you can use the chain rule instead of using the quotient rule. And you should try to use it when it's just a number here. But if it confuses you, just keep doing this one. And over time, eventually you'll probably feel comfortable enough to do what I did. Okay, let's do another one. Let's take this guy. Ddx of cosecant x. Okay, what's cosecant? Okay, it's 1 over sine x. Okay, now let's do the chain rule again here. So it's going to be ddx over 1 times sine x to the negative 1. So this is going to become negative 1 sine x negative 2 cosine x. Right, again, it's just the chain rule. I mean, that's all it is. Okay. Well, we could say that ddx cosecant x is equal to, what's this? This is going to be negative cosine x divided by sine squared x, right? Okay, what's another way of saying this? Well, okay, this is negative cosine x divided by sine x multiplied by 1 over sine x, which is, look at this, this is going to be negative cotangent, and then this is going to be cosecant again. So it's exactly what we have up here. All they did is to switch the order. Okay. Now, if you notice, there's a trick here. So when you have tangent and secant, it's positive. When you take those tangent and secant derivatives, it's positive. When you take anything with a co, it's going to be negative. So negative, negative here. That's just a trick to remember things. Okay, let's do this one now. We'll do it in blue. Ddx of cotangent x. Okay, what's that? That's going to be the same thing as ddx over cosine x divided by sine x. Okay, now why don't we use the not product rule, the quotient rule, right? Okay, so remember, so it goes bottom, so bottom is sine, and then it goes derivative of the top, right? So take the derivative of this and put it here. So the derivative of cosine x is going to be negative sine x. Okay, and then it goes top, so it's just going to be cosine x. And then it goes derivative of the bottom, which is the derivative of this, which is just going to be what? Derivative of sine x is cosine x. And then all divided by what? All divided by the bottom squared, which in this case is just sine x squared. Okay, so look at that. We get a negative sine squared x, and we get a negative cosine squared x, all divided by sine squared x. And doesn't this look familiar again? It really is. It's just negative 1. right? It's not positive 1, it's negative 1. If we were to factor out the negative, then it would be 1. But since we factored out the negative, it's negative 1, right? Okay, and then we just got sine squared x here. And what's 1 divided by sine squared x? What is 1 divided by sine? 1 divided by sine, we often call it cosecant. So this is all just going to be negative cosecant x, which is exactly what we have up here. So there you go. Again, you need to memorize these ones by heart, okay? And then you can find the rest by hand if you want to. And a trick to remember if you're correct or not is the tangent and the secant produced a positive, and the cosecant and the cotangent produce a negative and a negative. Okay. And all you need to remember how to do these is the product rule. I mean, not the product rule, the quotient rule. You don't actually need the chain rule. The chain rule is just a trick. But I'm going to write the chain rule up here for you guys. Okay, there we go. I had to cut because I didn't realize I was blocking it. Here's the formula for the chain rule. And if you need more help on the chain rule, I'll make a video on it. Consider subscribing and liking if you found this video interesting or helpful. Leave a comment. Just leave any comment, just so I could, get this video pushed up the algorithm.